Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new week of Rose and Carter Do the JRB, me Johnny Rose and my mate Bully Boy Carter. It's his pick of singles wrestler this week and he picked Chris Candido. What a fabulous choice. Marvellous choice.
Yeah, I thought you'd like it. I thought you'd like that one.
In the four that I watched, there's three different styles and he could do fucking anything. Literally fucking anything. Looked amazing, spoke well. I've watched some of his promos as well from Smoky Mountain. And yeah, the lad can do it all. He was born Christopher Barrett Candido with a T. March 1972, died in 2005. He was only 33 when he died. And he did all that in such a short time, you know. He was fucking undoubtedly gonna, at some point he would have gone to the WWF as himself, wouldn't he?
I'd have thought so. I guess, I think when he was there in the mid-90s, he had, there was people that didn't really fucking tape to him very well, weren't they? Like the Click and that. And I think they probably fucking didn't, I think they were the same with a few, weren't they? Like The Rock even. Obviously, The Rock went on to fucking great things. And I think he was one of them that, from all accounts, from what I think it's common knowledge, really, that they had it in for him. So I think
the Shane Douglas effect, really. They had it the same with him, didn't they?
Yeah.
No reasoning behind it. They were just being dicks. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
You know, this was a different time. By 2000, he died in 2005, and he was in TNA at the time. But it was a different time then. You know, it was very corporate by then, where you couldn't fucking pick on people.
Yeah.
I think Shawn Michaels had a different attitude by then, which he fucking needed to have. Otherwise, he would have picked on the wrong person and ended up in a fucking ditch. You know,
True.
There was only so many times Shawn Michaels was going to be a dick without getting fucking battered, I think.
I remember actually, you know, we were talking about Austin's podcast the other day, and when he had Brett on it, he asked him about Dynamite Kid, and Brett actually said if Dynamite was still around when Shawn Michaels was fucking acting that way, he would have fucking sorted that out straight away. You know what I mean? Like it just they never, you know.
People were too scared to do it because the influence he had on Vince, though, weren't they?
I'd have thought so.
But yeah, he debuted in 1986, Chris Candido, and he was just 14 when he started. Trained by Larry Sharp. I thought it was Johnny Rodz originally, but it was Larry Sharp, who trained shitloads of fucking big names, didn't he, at the Monster Factory. Spent 86 to 93 mainly around New Jersey on the independents, and then 93 went to ECW when it was Eastern Championship Wrestling, and teamed with Johnny Hotbody and Chris Michaels as the Suicide Blondes, like a team of three, using the Freebird rule kind of thing, and they were tag team champions there. 92 to 94, Smoky Mountain, where Tammy was first seen, that became Sonny. 94, 95, he was NWA World Champion, which is pretty big when you're 8 years into the job, isn't it? He beat Tracy Smothers in the final of the tournament to become world champion. 95, Vincent Kennedy McMahon rings him, and off he goes to become Skip. Tammy becomes Sonny, and later they're joined by Zip, who was Tom Pritchard, formed the Body Donners tag team. Brad Radford joined him in the team as well, who was Louis Spicoli, wasn't it? Yeah. 96, 99 was Extreme Championship Wrestling, so back to ECW. 2000 in WCW, 2000 to 2005, traveling quite a bit, independence, XPW, Puerto Rico, New Japan, and then TNA, where he ended his life tragically, really, where he was kind of like managing the Naturals tag team. Three-time ECW tag team champion, twice with the Freebird rule with Hotbody and Michaels, and once with Lance Storm later on. NWA World Champion, beat the TV champion twice for Smoky Mountain, twice tag team champion for Smoky Mountain with Brian Lee, the Undertaker. When he came into Smoky Mountain, he had the WWA bout So he kind of came in like a bit of a Ric Flair, going to the WWF as the real world champion. That was the kind of thing they were putting over. WCW Cruiserweight champion, WWC TV champion in Puerto Rico, tag team champion in the WWF with Zip, and he was 45 in the top 500 from PWI in 94 and 98. So pretty high up there for such a young man. Fuck me, this lad can do it all. Yours was first on the match you've watched because you said you started in 91. I didn't start until Smoky Mountain. This one would have been about 93-ish, I guess. So yeah, you're right.
Right, my first one is from the AWF 1991 December against Sabu.
Samu, the head shrinker. Oh, Sabu.
Sabu. Yeah. So AWF. Does that who's like that? Where's that based then?
There's got to be fucking hundreds of AWFs, isn't there?
Because there wasn't any commentary, but there was a fucking good house though. It looked like an independent type show, but a fucking lot of people in. Like,
I think wrestling was rocking in 91.
Yeah, it would have been, weren't it? Because WWF was at the fucking.
That's it. You can tell where the independents are going to be by how many people fucking the WWF had in at the time, right?
Yeah.
You know, like for my generation, 2000 was fucking massive. Like the biggest houses we've ever had was 2000. You know, we were getting 600-700 people in fucking leisure centres, which now you can't get fucking 6 or 7 people in a leisure centre. So it's just fucking, it's just the way of the world, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
That's why people shit on WWE and shit, but if they're doing well, everybody benefits.
Yeah, that is true. Like it goes up and down, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes in cycles, doesn't it? Like fucking.
Yeah.
It used to be like a 7-year cycle or something, 7-8 year cycle, which would have made sense if that's 91. You know, 9 years later it's booming again. So yeah, that's fucking 7-8 years. We're not far off, is it? You know, and there was another little peak, maybe mid 2000s. Yeah, but yeah, you go.
Right, yeah. So it's against Sabu. Like I said,
I don't think Sabu would be a match that I ever pick. Because I can't say I'm the biggest Sabu fan.
I'm not a big Sabu fan.
You surprised me with it.
Yeah, I wanted to start on something that was a bit like odd, like for the pair of us. Because if you see, like, I'm the same. I'm not really a Sabu fan. I don't mind him, but he's just not fucking. I don't despise him or anything. It's just I don't fucking. He's
not offensive. Just a little. Sometimes he's just a little bit too over the top. I've seen him in some good ones. Don't get me wrong. But he's not somebody that I would go out my way to watch.
Yeah, I'm probably the same.
Someone black from never watching. You know what I mean? Like fucking, I'm not gonna go and stick some fucking Japanese hardcore dude in my Google machine ever.
No.
But if Sabu was part of a show that I was watching, I wouldn't forward it. You know?
Yeah.
That's how not offended I am by him, but not a choice.
Well, he'd be a bit different, wouldn't it? If you're watching a fucking card like 8 matches, Sabu's in the middle of it. Probably nothing else on the card is going to be like Sabu. You know what I mean? So that's why
wrestling came to the point where every match was a Sabu style, didn't it? At one point.
Yeah, with the fucking chair and the ropes and all that, like bouncing off the fucking that kind of shit. But
every match was the same. Like if Sabu was on the first match, he'll do exactly the same as he was on the main event. You know. It's just that wrestling. I don't fucking know. Right, okay.
Yeah, so Candido comes to the ring. He's got like a fucking pink fucking boa, you know, like Hollywood Hogan, just pink instead of fucking the black and white type thing. And so I'm thinking like I wasn't really too sure who the fucking heel was, to be honest, because he looks heelish, the way he's dressed and strutting to the ring. Then Sabu comes down to the ring with the Sheik. Obviously, he's like his uncle. So he's like clearly a heel. So and then I took it that fucking Candido is the actual face. Even though he didn't really look like a face, like, you know, but the way the match went, he was clearly the face. So so right at the start, Sabu goes for a fucking like just before they even tie up, Sabu just like dives for Candido's like legs, like good fucking like a fucking dive if he's in a swimming pool kind of thing. Fucking launches his leg. He just like sidesteps him. He does that a couple of times. Fucking Chris just like moves out the way. He goes. He goes for a third. Chris moves, and then Chris gives him like a fucking leg lock takedown. So I'm guessing like Chris does to him what he'd just been trying to do to him, type of thing. And then he just gives him the takedown, and Sabu rolls out the ring like right at the start. Sabu powders. Sabu comes back in, goes for the leg dive again. Chris moves again. Then they finally tie up. Chris puts him in a hammerlock. Sabu switches it. Hammerlock on Chris. Fucking Chris turns it into a big old hip oik. Fucking Sabu goes fucking flying. Sabu takes a hip toss. Then Chris goes for him and he kicks him off, with his feet. So he goes for his feet and fucking Sabu kicks him off. Sabu kicks him off. Then arm drag by Sabu, which looked really weird. I wrote down here it was like a fucking arm drag, but it was like it ended okay, but it looked, I don't really know what the fuck it looked. It looked like Chris had fucking like dived for him. Sabu's like on his back. I didn't really see the arms fucking locked, but it was like an arm drag without the fucking arms. Like it was really weird, but you know what I mean? They got to where they needed to get to, but it just looked a bit, I don't know, like just a bit odd. But then as they do that, fucking someone outside throws Sabu a chair in. I'm guessing the Sheik or someone threw him a chair. Sabu got the chair. I'm thinking shit's about to go on down now. And then now the ref just takes it off him, says, nah, thanks, I'll put that outside. So he fucking gets rid of that for him. The crowd, though, I've wrote the crowd are really loud, like really, really loud, like really into it. It would have been fucking great with like some commentary, because I love watching shows without commentary, but commentary does add to it, unless the fucking shit. But
that clears things up, doesn't it? So you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
Story and stuff.
Yeah. The fight is on. The back at it. Boom, boom. Sabu hits a suplex. Fucking Chris hits a suplex. Fucking Sabu hits the hip toss. Boom. Sabu goes up top. He misses a knee drop from the top rope. Chris hits a gut wrench. Gets a 2 count on the gut. It's literally back and forth, almost to the point it's like a fucking training match. They're just exchanging fucking moves. Like, you've heard of exchanging holds. It's fucking exchanging moves. It's this move, that move, but like back and forth type thing. Yeah, so Chris hits the gut wrench, gets the 2 count, tie up again, and then like from the tie up, Sabu just like launches Chris outside the ring. Chris gets thrown outside the ring, fucking, and then the Sheik's outside with Chris, fucking nailing him with the fucking chair. I don't know where the ref is at this point, but he ain't fucking out there where he should be. Thrown back. Chris gets thrown back in. I think the Sheik throws him in, and then fucking Sabu throws him out. Like he's like, "Here you go, have him." He's like, "No, you have him." So fucking ends up back outside the ring. Sabu does a fucking dive over the top, kablam, fucking right on top of Chris, and then they're making their way into the ring. Chris does a sunset over the top. Sabu's fighting it. He blocks it and then just fucking stomps on his chest. So that fucking put a halt in his plans. The finish is pretty. The finish is pretty fucking like, it's kind of weird. I'll explain it. You might fucking have a better understanding than I do, but to me it was a bit odd. So basically, fucking right, yeah. So he does this right. So yeah. So now, after he's fucking stomped him, after the attempted sunset over the top, so Sabu's in control. He's got him by the wrist, like a wrist lock. And it's like, so Sabu's got Chris by the wrist lock, and then Sabu does the old fucking, like the bounce on the top rope with the legs and the back flip. You know what I mean? Like Owen Hart used to do, you know what I mean? So, but like, to me, maybe I'm just fucking overthinking a bit here, but you would do that to get out of a wrist lock.
Yeah, not applying it.
Yeah, so he's got Chris in the wrist lock, and he does the fucking flip. But like when you would see Owen or Eddie Guerrero used to like run up the rope, didn't he, when he was in it? And like, yeah. So to me, it was like, what are you doing? Like you're in control, fucking. And
Yeah,
now you're like,
yourself at this point.
yeah. So he takes him down. He's got him in the wrist lock. He does the fucking backflip, and then fucking takes him down. It was really, really like strange the way he does it. And then Chris is on the floor, and then Sabu hits the springboard moonsault from the rope for the 3 count, and that's the finish. So he done the fucking thing to put him down, but it was just a bit like, you're in control. Like, why to me it looked a bit odd, but the match was okay though. It wasn't like, it was about maybe 6 or 7 minutes long or something, but no, it was okay. Like just like an average kind of match. It weren't shit, it weren't great. It was just there, but yeah, a few things. It was just like I say earlier, like it felt like it was a bit of a during the middle of it, like a bit of a training match, like, oh, I'll do a move, you do a move, I'll do like, just like that kind of thing. But no,
See how many see how many moves we know.
That's it, innit? Getting all their shit in. But yeah, that was the first match. That was like 91. So what year did he start, did you say?
He said 86, but that was training with Larry Sharp, wasn't it? So it would have been, a year or two before he was seen. He was only 14. So at this point, what's that? 86. It's only 5 years later. He's only fucking 19 there.
Fucking hell. Oh, yeah. There we go on then.
Yeah. Well, my first one was, I picked it initially. It's Chris Candido, Smoky Mountain, 93, versus the Dark Secret. Now, the Dark Secret was Brian James, the Road Dog.
Okay, I was going to do that one.
Now, I picked it because I thought Candido against a young Road Dog would be all right, wouldn't it? Like, obviously, the Dark Secret's just kind of there to do the job, but, I thought that would be all right. But once I started watching it, I realised there's a backstory behind it, and it's a bit of a comedy match, and it's just to tell a story. But I was too heavily into fucking watching it by that point that I thought I'm gonna fucking watch it anyway. So really, it's not a wrestling match as such. The story is Chris Candido has to wear this baby bonnet, right? Because he lost a match to, it could be Tracy or fucking Dirty White Boy, someone anyway. But Jim Cornette has now got the job as commissioner after he or one of his boys beat Bob Armstrong in some sort of loser leaves thing. So Bob Armstrong had to go, was the commissioner. Cornette got the job as the commissioner. So Jim Cornette puts himself in as the referee, and if he beats this top contender, he can take the bonnet off. Now this top contender just happens to be some fucking Amanega Jamoke, random mass man number 5. To which everybody's like, the common Dutchman Towers putting this Dark Secret over as the commentary, but we've all seen Dark Secret before. We know he loses in 3 minutes. It's just how it is. So that's the backstory behind it, and it is like the softest, gentlest match you'll ever see. Like this, not the ideal place to start if you've never seen fucking Chris Candido before. Don't watch this one to start with because it don't put him over in any way. But as part of this story, it's fucking brilliant because the idea is obviously neither of them want to hurt each other. It's really fucking gentle. Dutch is putting it over on the commentary like it's fucking Vader and fucking some Japanese dude, It's gentle as fuck. It's gimmick to fuck. They keep handshaking as a mark of respect after each move. Fucking Candido body slams him, but he like drops him like a fucking inch off the mat. Puts him down all nicely. Tim Horner then comes to the commentary and says that it's a joke and it's all a setup and fucking it's a mockery and blah blah blah. And Dutch is still putting it over, and fucking Candido whips him to the Dark Secret to the ropes, and he hits it all gentle, walks back, and he fucking lines him, and he takes like one of my kind of bumps where he kind of goes to his knee and then he's back, and then fucking that's the finish. And it's fucking genius. It, like, to watch it as a match, it's a fucking joke. And it's hypocritical of me when you think like this is the shit that I don't like, and it's the shit that Jim Cornette hates. But there was a reason for this.
Yeah, it's the story, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
it totally makes sense because of the backstory. The fucking idiots that do it now, this is match number 3 for no fucking reason, isn't it? Like, they just do it for no, any old road up. It's comedy, it's a story, and then there's a promo with Jim Cornette who says that this was one of the toughest days that fucking Candido's ever had, but now finally he can take the mask off. Les Thatcher then comes out, who says that he's there on behalf of the board of directors of Smoky Mountain, and he's got a letter for Jim Cornette, gives a letter to Jim Cornette, and he's been impeached as commissioner. Very Donald Trump styley. So he's in deep shit for obviously doing the wrong thing in this match. But yeah, cracking story. And it also, I like, because we know that Candido went on to be a great wrestler. And, he did the gimmick well in the WWF. This just shows that he can do the funny shit as well. Fucking full package, I think. Good on him. So yeah, I enjoyed that, even though it wasn't a wrestling match. But I enjoyed the story. I might rob it actually.
Sweet.
I can see Thomas J. Curtis in a baby bonnet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, my next match is from WWF Superstars. So he's skipped now.
Right.
95 against Radford.
Right. Who would later be his teammate then?
There we go on. So so fucking they basically go straight at it. Boom, boom, boom. Fucking Radford, obviously the face, fucking whips him off, backdrop, a couple of lines, fucking skip feeds to the ropes, a line over the top, bam. Fucking Rad jumps out the ring after him. Fucking Sonny's like in the way, talking shit to him. Rad fucking lifts her up, puts her out the way, and then fucking Skip just jumps him from behind, just like that. Easy. Fucking Rad gets thrown in the ring, and the heat is fucking there and then. Fucking chin lock by Skip, fights back, hits the ropes. This was a little fucking nice little sequence. They were working like they fucking knew each other by the back of their hands, like the shit they were doing in that. So there's a chin lock. Radford fights back. He hits the ropes. Fucking slides through the legs of Skip. Fucking punches him in the chops. Bam. Fucking Skip feeds the ropes. Skip switches the whip, goes for the knee, like the knee to the gut. But fucking Rad does the old running schoolboy, so he goes over the knee and fucking schoolboys him up. Fucking 1-2, kick out. Fucking overhead suplex by Rad. Boom. And then he fucking misses the elbow drop. So Skip back in control. But a nice little sequence, little comeback there. Suplex by Skip. Skip goes to the top. Fucking Rad fucking follows him to the top. Rad hits a fucking overhead belly to belly again, but this time from the fucking top, right from the top rope. I've even wrote oof next to it.
The fucking rings them are brutal, I don't want
to. I tell you. Fucking after the top rope over the head, Rad fires up, hits another backdrop, gives him, I've wrote 10 punches because I started writing 10 punches, but for some reason he'd had enough after 3 and just let him down. So, yeah, he gave him fucking 10 punches, and then I've wrote, like 3. Skip switches the whip. Fucking, yeah, Skip switches the whip. He throws a line. Rad ducks the line and then hits a German suplex on Skip for the 2 count. Skip feeds to the corner. Rad runs into an elbow in the corner. Kablam. Fucking Skip with the feet on the rope. I thought that was a finish. So Rad runs into an elbow in the corner. Bam. Skip takes his legs and puts his fucking feet on the ropes. 1-2, but the fucking ref's there and he notices the feet. He's like, nah, I'm not having that. So he fucking gets him off him. Skip sets him up on top, like he's going to go for a suplex or something. But Rad just pushes him off. Skip takes a massive bump from the top. Fucking Sonny's distracting Rad. And then,
to be fair.
yeah. Hang on. Yeah, so once he's fucking pushed Candido, Skip off the fucking top, taking a big bump, then Sonny's distracting Radford. Fucking and then Skip's back on top momentarily as Rad was fucking distracted. Rad switches the whip, fucking massive spine buster, boom. Sonny distracts the ref now. As Sonny's distracting the ref, Rad hits the fucking Northern Light suplex, but there's no fucking, the ref's not there. Then all of a sudden, Zip, and I believe this is fucking Zip's first appearance in the WWF, because even the announcer's like, who's this? There's two of them. There's two of them. So, for the Northern Light suplex, fucking Zip, as he's bridging Rad, fucking Zip just hits him with a fucking elbow drop on the gut. And then that's the finish, 1, 2, 3, when the referee turns around. Fucking, really good. It was a really good match, actually. Not like a fucking 27 Meltzer classic, but it was certainly fucking enjoyable. I enjoyed it, yeah. Good.
Two people that fucking died in their prime, really.
Yeah.
When you think about both of their, lives. Mine's July 9th, 96. From WWF Action Zone. Todd Pettingale and Jim Ross on the commentary for Skip along with Sonny versus Barry Horowitz.
I remember that little run.
Feud sort of thing. Yeah, this is the start of it, really.
Right. Sonny's
doing a promo on the way to the ring, like she's got the microphone, fucking talking bullshit on the way to the ring, talking about the fat people and how they should fucking stay in shape and yada yada. Because Body Donna's gimmick, isn't it? Barry Horowitz already in the ring as always. Fucking Barry Horowitz does a little wave, pat on the back. They're putting over Skip as being undefeated. Well, he's been there fucking best part of the year. So how true that is, I don't know. But I could believe it, to be fair, if they're building to this. Right from the start, arm drag by Skip. Barry Horowitz forearms him, looked like takes fucking Skip's jaw off, to be fair. Barry Horowitz ducks a line, catches a foot, swings it straight into a backdrop. Proper good backdrop on Skip. Barry Horowitz then takes the arm drags, keeps hold of the arm, works that for a while. It's released. Barry does his pat on the back. Sonny cuts him off real quick. Skip cuts him off real quick.
You got fucking Sonny on the mind.
Who wouldn't have? There's a kick and a suplex, and Skip saying, like, fucking poking his head through the ropes, looking at the camera, going, Barry Horowitz has never won a match in his life. He slams Barry Horowitz. He does an elbow from the middle rope. A little bit sort of Bret Hart style, that forearm thing that he did. Drop kicks him right on the beak. Skip doing press ups, showing off while he's doing his fucking push ups. Out of nowhere, Barry Horowitz 3/4 Nelson rolls him over. 1, 2, 3. Fucking sexual. Barry Horowitz wins. The fucking Jim Ross is going, Barry Horowitz wins. Barry Horowitz wins. Jim Ross says Barry Horowitz never won a match in the WWF. Also lies. But yeah, he puts the fucking match over right good, because if he was undefeated, he's now lost it to Barry Horowitz, and we know Barry Horowitz's reputation from a casual fan's point of view is a loser, isn't it? Like, to the educated eye, he's fucking brilliant. But so I think this loss really helped Skip in the long run, if you know what I mean. Because it gave him a position, didn't it?
Yeah, they had a pay-per-view match, didn't they?
Yeah, SummerSlam, was it?
Yeah, I think it was. Because I remember that the match you've just showed. They showed that on the build up to the match of the pay-per-view. Yeah.
Like, Barry Horowitz's push was pretty short-lived, but it gave Barry Horowitz a couple of paydays, and it gave Skip a position on the show that he might not have fucking been in if it wasn't for this. So
it was good. It was good for Barry because he'd been around forever, and he always he was known as that guy that was always fucking losing.
saying that he never won a match in the WWF is bullshit because we've seen it on those fucking house shows. It's rare, seen it. But it's a fucking. I really enjoyed it. And he was very well put together. You know that it was basically sort of Skip pissing all over him, showing off, doing his fucking jumping jacks, doing his fucking push-ups, and then all of a sudden that three-quarter Nelson, which is a fucking great finish. And he wins. Brilliant. Yeah, cracking. That's the story part. See, I've seen comedy, now I've seen story, and the next two are wrestling. So fucking, he's the full package, this fella.
There we go. Right. My next one is from May the 14th, 1998.
Right.
ECW, It Ain't Seinfeld.
Do you know that's my last one?
Is it?
And I am a massive fan of this match, purely based on the fact that Jamie Dundee is an absolute god to me, and his promo is the greatest thing. I've been a fan of this match since I first had the video, Seinfeld video.
This was the best match of the four, and I've even wrote there under it. I've wrote fucking brilliant. I don't often write brilliant, but it fucking was. I love the promo at the start. That fucking had me laughing.
It was this promo. I've done some sort of adult shows, wrestling for Celtic wrestling in Wales.
Right, yeah.
They often did two types, like a children's one and then an adult's one at a different time or that night or whenever. But it was done in a place called the Studio Bar in Merthyr Tydfil. And this was my influence, plus my fucking love for adult comedy. But this was my influence. And the bulk of what I did there was my fucking promo. And it was all because of watching Jamie Dundee do this, and it got me out there. So it's almost, the match itself is fucking secondary because I could watch wrestling anywhere. But you can't see Jamie Dundee do a promo like this fucking everywhere, can you? It was a beautiful thing.
It was good. And it's kind of like, because I've never been a fan as such. Like, I've never been interested in doing like adult shows. It's just never really occurred to me. I've been asked before, like, about doing them and that, but it's never been, you know what I mean? I'm just too fucking fond of like the family friendly type shows. So it's not like anything against them. It's just not for me, but I can enjoy watching some shit like, like this. And I enjoy, like, I've never been a big ECW fan, like, ever, but there was a period I'd go through. I think I went maybe like 6 months watching it quite often, and I enjoyed it at the time. Like, I don't watch it now, but I can't really shun it because it's got a fucking following in it, and
I like that sort of almost underground feel to it. But fact, everything that Jamie Dundee said here, he fucking meant.
Yeah.
Because that's Jamie Dundee. You know what I mean? It's just fucking how he rolls. I've made I've made more notes on the promo than I have the match, to be fair.
Yeah, I like the whole triple threat thing that he's on about, shoving three fingers up Francine's ass. Yeah, that's
brilliant. Fucking, and he says to the fat geezer that he can get group discount at the buffet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fabulous. And there's a dude with big ears, and he says that your mum had an affair with Dumbo.
Yeah.
Fabulous. But yeah, cracking.
He calls someone a fat son of a bitch, and then he fucking moons him.
Yeah. He says it looks like there's been something up there.
The promo.
I'll leave it to you because it's fucking beautiful.
Just trying to fucking find where I am now. Hang on. Right. Yeah. So the promo was just basically talking fucking shit to the crowd, picking out individuals and just saying some shit but it was very entertaining. Very entertaining.
The Dudley Boys did the same kind of thing, really. But in my opinion, the fact that Jamie was Southern in that northern environment made him even more of a heel.
Yeah,
but
he was like,
the threat for the Dudley Boys doing a promo was the fact there was 14 of them. Where Jamie was he's 160 pounds, skinny fucking white Southern kid, in a room full of angry fucking northern people, and he don't give two fucks. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Very, very like, because I've not seen a whole lot of him. Like, I've not seen like, because he was in WWF, weren't he?
Yeah, PG-13.
Yeah, part of the nation, weren't it?
Yeah.
That's generally all I've seen him in, a bar, one or two other matches outside of that. But yeah, so I've not seen a whole lot of him.
I've got all DVDs of his shoots, like some with Wolfie D, his tag partner, some on his own. There's one with fucking Honky Tonk Man and New Jack. Like, imagine Jamie, Honky, and fucking New Jack all in the same room at the same time talking wrestling. You're not going to get three different styles anywhere in the world, are you? That different. Three different mindsets, because they're technically three different generations. You know, it's fucking brilliant. And there's one with the Iron Sheik as well, called Up in Smoke, for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I think I've seen bits of that.
Fucking anything with Jamie on, I'll watch him talk.
Yeah.
Fucking love him. He's clean now, though, apparently. So good on him. Yeah.
All right. So I've also wrote right at the start of this, Candido looks great. It looks like it's the fucking best I think he's ever looked. Like fucking physically, like fucking.
I've written exactly the same. I said CC looks amazing, no gimmicks needed, and that's fucking right. The gimmick was no gimmicks needed, and he didn't need the gimmick because he was the fucking gimmick. Looking that good and being that good was his gimmick, wasn't it? You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So fucking. They get this was a fucking brilliant match. I loved it. Best match of the four. But yeah. So they fucking go for this, and it's ECW, and I really didn't think. I mean, fucking hell's frozen over when the best match out of the four is an ECW match that I fucking picked. But like, it's just so happens to fucking be the case. So there we go.
The wrestling matches in ECW were good.
Yeah, they were. But I guess it's their fucking.
It's a shame they ruined it. They didn't ruin it because it was. I don't think it was the wrestling that drew. I think it was the other shit that drew. But then they introduced people and almost brainwashed them, like because it was the first place in America where they brought the luchas and stuff, right? You know, your Rey Mysterios and your fucking Psychosis and
they all went there back in '95.
Yeah. So it was saying, you know, what about if we give you a sprinkle of this? We'll keep your Big Daddy tag at the end, which was your hardcore. But what about if we throw this fucking stuff in at the end, you know, along the way? And I think it was good booking, you know, to fucking say, right, we'll try you with this. We'll see what you feel about this. And if it didn't get fucking shit on, it was over. It didn't have to get fucking super. It just didn't have to get shit on.
So what went on at the ECW then? How, like, what fucking gone for them to fuck up the way they did? Because
no idea.
You reckon it was just the fucking popularity fucking went or whatever, and they weren't, because like apparently there's still people from back then that never got paid that fucking Heyman owes loads of money to and shit, but
like and fucking Vince was bankrolling them, wasn't he? So I don't know. Well, I have no idea on the backstory there, mate.
Mystery, but there we go on. So anyway, on to the match. Fucking they do a little tie up and a fucking clean break by Chris. Fucking tie up again. Jamie takes the eared. Shot off. Chris sleeps. Fucking springboard crossbody. 2.
Oh, beautiful, wasn't it? Wasn't that good?
Yeah, that was fucking beautiful. That was 2. Fucking arm dragged by Jamie, and again, fucking Chris feeds to the corner. Yeah, then they like tie up again. Some chops are fucking thrown. They were fucking meaty as well. Every time I fucking see chops, I wince. Like fucking chops. Fucking punches in corner by Chris. He does that fucking Jamie does that fucking cartwheel spot in the corner with the fucking
fucking charts it, brilliant. I love the bit where he goes all fucking ninja just after, wasn't it?
Well, like, yeah, with the fucking
Candido shoves him, and then Jamie gets up, just loses his shit, and goes all fucking ninja. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, I was like, I was
Candido
pissing
just
myself.
lines the shit out.
You are?
Candido just lines the shit out of him.
Yeah. 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 Shove, he shoves him down. Yeah. Jamie fucking yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's doing like some sort of fucking crazy shit, and then Chris just fucking lines him, doesn't he?
Yeah, I've just put JD loses his shit and goes all ninja.
Looks like he's fucking breakdancing or something, doesn't it? He's just fucking... And then, yeah, line by Chris. Chris whips him off and hits him with a drop kick, then a slam, then a leg drop from the second. Stalling suplex. He's got a beautiful stalling suplex, hasn't he, Chris?
I mean, I know Jamie was only little, but even it don't matter how fucking big that person up there is, you're still going to be a strong boy, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's the balance as well, isn't it, to fucking get it.
Yeah, walking around with him and all, and he's not standing still. He's fucking walking around with him.
Hang on, where the fuck are we in?
The bulldog thing was nice.
The what?
The up and over thing that Jamie did, and then did a bulldog.
Oh yeah, I'm at that bit now actually.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah. Dundee's in control, does the fucking bulldog from the second and gets the 2 count, yeah. Then there's a back suplex by Chris. Chris goes for another suplex, but Jamie goes behind, kicks him and throws Chris over the top. Fucking Jamie over the top himself onto Chris. Kablam. Bit of fucking brawling on the outside, isn't there?
Yeah.
And then they go back in. Chris with a superplex from the top and the top rope headbutt for the 1, 2, 3. Fucking brilliant match. Absolutely brilliant.
Fabulous. Yeah, my favourite. It's always been a favourite, like I said, since I first had the video. Yeah, fab. What is now my last one then is also ECW versus Tom Pritchard.
Ah.
I chose that simply because it's Skip versus Zip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lock up by Tom Pritchard. Lock up. Tom Pritchard takes the arm. Quick exchanges. International. Cut off by Tom Pritchard with a big fuck off powerbomb. Tom Pritchard chops the shit. There's a few punch exchanges. Rick Rude is doing the commentary with Joey Styles. Very good commentator, Rick Rude. Chris Candido up and over. Tom directly into a backdrop though, because he goes up and over and sort of runs at him. Tom Pritchard backdrops him. But he lands on the top rope, like on the top turnbuckle, because he's done it right in the corner. That was pretty cool. Tom Pritchard up. Chris Candido punches him, sort of off the corner. A few more exchanges. They're on the floor now. There's a bit of a brawl out the ring. It's the most aggressive I think I've ever seen Tom Pritchard, but he knows his environment clearly. He's a pro, isn't he? You can't be fucking Dr. Tom from Smoky Mountain in ECW or fucking Zip in ECW, can you? You have to fucking have it up a bit, don't you?
Imagine fucking Zip going to ECW.
Yeah, just not going to fucking get off the ground, is it? But yeah, definitely the most aggressive I've seen Tom Pritchard. Chris Candido thrown over the rail, and for some reason he comes back with a chair over his head. So I don't know whether he landed on the chair when he went over the rail. Chris Candido then blocks a chair shot and returns fire with his own fucking chair. Chair's in the ring now. Chris Candido goes up again, but he's met with a chair from Pritchard. Slam by Pritchard. Up and over again goes Tom. Goes Chris Candido. Pritchard goes for the kick, but he's caught fucking into Guinea. Little bit of shine, and then a cut off, and another big fuck off powerbomb. But like, it wasn't like a powerbomb from between the legs. It was like a gut wrench into the powerbomb.
Right. Yeah.
Superplex, both are down. This has been fucking all action. There ain't been a fucking breath here. Like, this is the first fucking breather either of them have had. Tom Pritchard goes for the belly to back, uses the top rope to boing him.
Yeah.
Very much sort of Tully Blanchard suplex style, but in a belly to back way. Chris Candido turns round, so he lands on him, gets the 2 out of that. Tom Pritchard cuts him off there. Tom Pritchard goes up again. Chris Candido low blows him. Chris Candido goes up and power bombs fucking Tom Pritchard off the top rope. Ouch. It's fucking some action in this bad boy, let me tell you. Which I wasn't expecting, to be honest. Because it's like, I like Tom Pritchard's southern style, but clearly he knows where he is, doesn't he? Fucking, yeah, enjoyed that. I wouldn't want to be in the fucker myself, but I enjoyed it. It was good from this side of the screen. Fucked if I want to be on the other side of it.
Yeah.
You got one more?
Yeah. This one is from January the 7th, 2005. TNA Impact against AJ Styles.
Right out.
Right. Okay. I've put
January 7th. January the 7th. He died on April the 28th. Bless him.
Crazy. The first thing I've put is 6-sided ring. Hate them.
Yeah. The ring's been square for 400 years. Why change now?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I've never been in one. I've never wrestled in one, and I never would. It would just fuck. It's just weird. They wanted to be, I think, innovative and different, but be innovative and different in another way instead of fucking changing something that doesn't need to be changed. It like, no, it's fucking not for me. That they might as well.
Like, they might as well have it on fucking ice.
I was literally just about to say they might as well have it on something else, like fucking just have it in a fucking, on gym mats or something. Because to me, I don't like the 6-sided ring. But so anyway, they tie up. Fucking Chris slaps AJ a few times, fucking right around the chops. AJ pushes Chris over. Chris runs at AJ, who gives him a drop toe hold, then an arm drag, couple of arm drags. Fucking Chris then takes the head, shot off. Then fucking AJ leaps, sleeps. Chris fucking jumps out the ring in literally like mid-international spot. He's like, fuck that, has a breather. Chris jumps out, fucking AJ over the top, a dive on Chris, kablam. Fucking they get back in the ring. Chris is now in control. They're up top, fucking, back and forth on the top turnbuckle, and then they both Chris hits him with a massive atomic drop from the top. Looked pretty fucking impressive, to be fair. Chop by Chris, fucking some chops by AJ. Ooh, fuck me. Then a hard buckle by Chris, fucking AJ down. Stalling suplex by Chris, fucking beautiful, 2 count. Second rope leg drop by Chris, gets the 2 count. AJ's fighting back. Then a big backdrop by AJ, line, and then he ducks the line by Chris. Then AJ hits him with a drop kick. Boom. There's a little sequence which leads to a power slam by Chris. And then once Chris hits a power slam on AJ, Chris goes to the top rope as if he's going to do something, but AJ's up and then fucking flares him off the top. And then they go into the finish there. AJ, Chris is going for a power bomb, but AJ fucking blocks it and throws him, so he gives him like a backdrop kind of thing. Sets him up for the Styles Clash. 1, 2, 3. I thought it was decent. It was far from the best match, but it was all right though. Probably same level as the first match, I think. It was all right. But the middle 2 matches were great, especially the Dundee one. But it was all right. Nothing. It was about 6 minutes long. It was only short, but
all in all, though, the fucking man was destined for future success. Doubtless, absolutely fucking doubtless. He did well in the fucking time he was here.
Definitely,
With best part of it was a 19-year career, but he was still so young. you know, and add another 20 years on top that he could have done. But yeah, fucking brilliant. Can't fault him, can you?
No, definitely brilliant.
So Wednesday, Wrestling Challenge. So we've got 86 to 95 to choose from there. There's plenty to fucking go on there for Wrestling Challenge. Friday is your pick of Rick Martel in tag matches.
Yeah.
Plenty of teammates to pick from there as well. I've had a search through those, and there's some
loads.
picks. My singles pick for next Monday, I'm not sure. He's certainly not been on anything we spoke about in matches we watched here. And I think even privately, we've only spoke about him like once. I think when you did your fucking binge watch of Starcades.
Oh yeah.
I think he was on one of those, defending the Florida Southern title.
Okay.
But he's starring in Florida, Portland, and in the WWF under a different name. But Jesse Barr, Jimmy Jack Funk.
Oh yeah.
Because there's quite a lot of places to see him. Quite a lot of stuff. Like Jesse Barr wrestled totally different to Jimmy Jack Funk did.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that'll be something different.
Yeah.
And various places and various opponents, and yeah, I like the oddities, and he's one of them. Any really, he's not somebody that's ever fucking cropped up in conversation on and often. Yeah, I know he did after the WWF. He stayed as Jimmy Jack Funk and did USWA and shit as well. So yeah, plenty of places to find him. So challenge on Wednesday, Rick Martel Friday, and then next Monday is Jimmy Jack Funk. You get your territory pick on Wednesday when we do challenge. The world's your oyster.
Yeah. There we go.
Today's been fucking splendid, to be fair. You did well there, mate. Marvellous choice. It's got to be fucking up top him.
Definitely.
I'll see you Wednesday.
Oh.